Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of House of the Dragon. Today I'll be watching episode 6 of season 2, Smallfolk. Let's just dive right into this episode, get cracking, because with the way it ended in the previous episode with Jace sort of kind of like instigating that we're gonna have like people from the Targaryen lineage, but not really pure blood Targaryens, so like they would have mixed up with other nobility houses. So essentially, I don't know if we call them bastards, but then it's essentially what he was going to try and say is like trying to mount Vermithor and Silverwing, and then we are rock solid in our attempt to take down the Greens. At least that's what I've understood, coming from Jace himself, who is... I saw a comment, which was very, very, very hilarious just after the episode 5, saying, strong idea, Jace, strong idea. Loved it. I think it was such a great play. And there was another meme. There were two memes that I saw, actually, which was so funny. First is when we see Alicent taking the tea for Kristen, because she doesn't want to have Kristen's baby. When like when none of your women want to have your child or offspring or your spawn, and then you see Kristen's face like it was so hilarious. That was one meme. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. And then the second meme is where they literally showed the owl lady, the witch, right? Who was in the form, like, you know, in her previous life, I don't know if she's cursed to be in this human form, but she's a barn owl that's like around Daemon. And the comparison between her and Ramsay facial features. Honestly, if you guys see that or find that anywhere, just Google it. Like, the resemblance is uncanny. It's phenomenal. I really love the internet that way. But those were the three things that I saw. But let's just dive right into this episode. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. But off on to episode 6 of season 2 for House of the Dragon. Whoa! What's this? Whoa! Oh, I'm curious now to see what this tapestry is all about. And here he spoke. And so he spoke. Sorry, here he spoke. And so he spoke. Is that Casterly Rock? The Lord of God. It's not Casterly Rock, yeah.
By the time we are finished with the Riverland scum, the Red Fort will have earned its name.
Redford.
Tell my brother we are ready to march as soon as Prince Aemond is able to join us on Vhagar. My men have had a long march. They are most eager to embrace the hospitality of your keep.
Cute.
He dares to summon me with haste. Are the Lannisters so diminished that they cannot march from the Tooth to Harrenhal without an escort? Tell your brother that if he does not deliver his host to Harrenhal with haste, Daemon's dragon will become the least of his worries.
Your irritations are justified, Aemon, but it does seem...
I have a task for you as well, Sir Dylan.
Wow.
We will make an alliance with the Triarchy.
Whoa.
It's time you set out for Harrenhal, I think.
Okay.
I no longer have the numbers to challenge him. We lost much at Rook's Rest, as you all know.
Quite literally, like your brother.
My uncle is a challenge I welcome,
Whoa.
if he dares face me.
Ah, yeah. Okay. But be careful what you wish for.
Mother, a word.
Boldness is one thing, but overconfidence...
Remind me of your place on the small council.
You know very well I represented your father during the last years of his life, and I have been a counsellor to Aegon.
Capably so. Father's dead. Aegon is.
You don't know what he is. Yeah.
That need is ended. You are no longer obliged.
And its arrogance, neither of which is to be
I
desired in a
release
king.
you of your seat. Sure you'll be much pleased to return to more domestic pursuits.
Oh, Alicent. Do I sympathize? No.
Have the indignities of your childhood not yet sufficiently been avenged?
See, this is what happens when you don't tend to your own. Alicent, part of small council, no more. I mean, the small council has become smaller. Callers, what's your game plan, my babes? I appreciate that, callers. My queen.
Your Grace. Bring him forth.
Wasn't he the guy that Damon and Jace were tempting that, bend the knee for Stefan Darklin? Yes, that's the one.
And I must not go to battle myself, as I am constantly told, lest I am slain or captured, and with me are hopes of victory. I need more dragon riders for Vermithor and Silverwing.
There are no more in your family, Your Grace.
Stop.
Then who could do it?
You.
That's a mad idea.
You are of noble birth, and I had always heard, as you know, that the Darklins and the Targaryens had some common blood. I looked into the history, and indeed it is true. Your grandmother's grandmother, Ariana, was born a Targaryen princess.
To even consider such a thing.
I must protest, Your Grace, the risk involved in such a venture.
Your Grace honors me beyond what I deserve.
Oh, God. You do realize the dragon has to bond with you? That's not going to be easy.
Understand your peril, Sir Stefan.
I was going to say.
To claim a dragon, you must also be prepared to die.
Yeah.
I well understand the risk and I accept it with gladness. I swore to ward my queen with all my strength and to give my blood for hers.
Fuck, wow.
That is my oath, Your Grace.
Admirable.
Then perhaps the gods will favor us.
Grandmother's grandmother, Ariana. Grandmother's grandmother. Damon, I'm tired. Can you please come back home?
Brother.
What? Oh my God, Viserys! Oh, please tell me we get to see Viserys.
The heir for a day. Did you say it?
Ah.
You should have been at my side. You have no allies at court but me.
Oh, the same speech. Oh, he misses him.
I've decided to name a new heir. You are to return to Runestone.
Shit, Dame is literally the tear.
No! Open the door!
What are you playing at, old man?
I do wonder, Your Grace, if you're getting enough sleep.
Well, perhaps the culprit has been tampering with my peace. A friend by day and a foe by night.
To what end?
To mine, perhaps. Or are you still in league with your club-footed nephew, or is it Rhaenyra herself?
I shot you. Sorry, Your Grace.
Whoa.
Your king is on his guard.
Yes, Your Grace.
And stop watching me.
So, that's literally what I'm doing right now. So don't tell me what to do, Damon. I shall tell you what to do as I want things to happen. My God, get the F out of this place. No, where are you going? What modern satchel bag is that? Sorry, I didn't realize satchel bags were a thing then. Ah, this chick. Listen, Ramsay 2.0.
The ghosts, the curses, the blasted weirwood bed, I'm done with it.
Ah, yes, it is your way, is it not? When something does not please you, you run. There are older things in this world than you or I.
She never even wanted it.
Rhaenyra, you say?
Viserys never wanted it himself, if you recall.
Ah,
It's not a prize to be won, but a burden to bear.
right. That is true. You can hear Caraxes is like feeling Damon's sort of, well, whatever he's feeling.
If you have any counsel for dealing with the River Lords, I'd be glad of it.
Daemon Targaryen asking for help.
Well,
Counsel.
well, what the hell?
I need help, Alice.
Okay, look at that.
Do nothing now. In 3 days' time, the winds will shift.
I'm not making any comparison, but she's reminding me of, her own version of Lord of the Light, where that lady, Melisandre, advised Stannis and... Isn't this the same song that Daemon sang for Vermithor? This is Vermithor that they're summoning right now? Can you just imagine how big Balerion would have been? Hi, darling. You are gorgeous. Oh, your mind look like Drogon. The idea that we control the dragons. Sea smoke? Sea smoke? Oh, sorry. I thought that was Vermithor. The idea that we control the dragons is an illusion.
No heres! Sea smoke!
I didn't realize that was sea smoke, sorry. Did you just...
I'm pleased with our progress. This ship will sail in a few days' time.
Is that because Laenor is still alive? I don't know.
I wish you to sail with me, as my first mate.
Ah, yes, son.
There are more experienced men at your service.
You are a fine choice for this post.
Is this an order or a request?
Well, a bit of both, actually.
I will expect you to report for your duties on the morrow.
As my lordship commands.
It's actually as your father commands, but all right. Ah, yes, brother. See your father. Diana, hi.
Makes you sick, doesn't it? Knowing they're banqueting every night at the castle. While we go without. My girls were taken to the Red Keep a few nights ago. They were well paid. And well fed, too.
What fish with more fish on the side?
Is this,
Brats of lamb, my love. Mince pies. Honey cakes.
Is this Elinda's, plan to disrupt the city?
King Viserys loved his feasts, but never while our small folk went without.
But he's gone now.
Very interesting to see Sylvie, because she kind of is like a motherly figure for Aemond. Interesting. Wonder Sylvie. Whether she has been like kind of coddling with Aemond to find out more plans about Aegon and all that.
Truly unfortunate result, Your Grace. Seasmoke has fled Dragonstone, and Sir Stephen was a valiant knight. I myself, if you recall, was in favour of treating with Lord Mutton. His numbers were few, but we may yet retake...
It is my fault, I think, that you have forgotten to fear me.
Fucking hell, that was a slap. To war. I think it's about damn time. I remember one of Daenerys' my favorite lines. Enough with the clever plans. I have 3 large dragons. I'm gonna fly them to the Red Keep. Love it.
There is good news to be had. The small folk of King's Landing are listening. The usurpers have abandoned them. They are hungry, and they need someone to blame. We have laid the kindling only. Tonight we will light it, and watch it begin to flare.
When it does, Aemond will put it down with force.
That will make it rise the hotter. But it is harder to wage war abroad when you must also keep peace at home.
Nothing. There ain't nothing left.
I've been waiting all day. I'll take anything. Scraps.
So someone told me it's because of the blockades of Rhaenyra that's like stopping the food from coming in.
Every king needs a hand. I'll make it your responsibility.
My prince, it is an honor I've never considered for
Not to serve as hand. You towed to fetch him. Send word to Otto Hightower.
Whoa! Ah, this is going to be an upsetting.
I am happy to report that His Grace the King has regained consciousness this morning, if only for a few moments. He is stronger than I thought. This morning his breath comes easier. He may yet live, thank the gods.
What happy news?
What happy news?
I'll see my brother. Alone.
Oh, flipping hell.
What do you remember?
Poor guy, I kind of feel bad for him. Reminds me of Viserys. Little...
You challenged Meleese. It was foolish.
I remember nothing.
My prince?
You're in the most capable hands, Your Grace. Seems my brother has a long recovery ahead of him, Grand Maester.
I shall be king till then.
No, it's difficult, but it...
Good grief. She knows that's dragons. Oh, hi. Yeah, this gives me a little deja vu. Oh, God. Is that all the... Look at that! It hatched!
You misled me, my lady. There is a large dragon in the Vale.
It is large and formidable, but alas wild.
What dragon is this? So you're going to lend your swords, right? Because you have that dragon of yours. Which dragon? Dragon in the Vale?
You know you're not fooling anyone.
Ah.
You saved his life, brother. Do you never think about what could be ours? The riches, servants, the Driftwood throne?
That's true.
Lives in the shadow of the sea snake's great castle. Not wish to dwell in it any longer.
Okay, respect that.
Belittle your great opportunity, while me, he ignores.
Stop wasting your life waiting for something that'll never come.
But the throne has to go to someone. Bela is fire and blood. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea. This is a deja vu once again.
They must see in me a ruler, and the symbols of authority are not jewels and gowns, but the shield and the sword.
My ruler is my mother, and I do not wish it otherwise.
Anyone who has to say I am the king or queen is no king or queen at all.
We need Daemon and his dragon.
May I be free for even 1 hour of the constant refrain of Daemon, Daemon, Daemon.
Your Grace, the Lady Massaria.
Hi.
My queen, our gift is sent.
Okay. Don't know what that means. I like it.
What gift?
It is hope for clouds over the Blackwater tonight.
What's that? Please don't tell me wildfire. Stop it. He's not happy. It's not being discussed with son. Oh, whoa. Ah! Nice! The gift! Queen! With a Targaryen red and black sigil. Nice. Spread word, babes. Oh my god! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, babes. I like it. Even though I think it's because of you guys. Not I think, it was because of you guys that started this blockade in the first place, but yeah. Oh, because you have nothing to do. You have nothing but to be by Aegon's side. Got it.
His mending may be long and painful, but it is my sincere hope that his grace will be spared.
And what will he be if he lives?
No answer. Got it.
There has been no word from Sir Otto.
Whoa. She's saying something's wrong, like it's slipping away. Gods, what's going on? Should be used to this.
I'm sorry.
For a second, I thought it was young Alison, not gonna lie.
I wondered if you've heard from Father.
I've heard nothing. If he wrote letters, it would be to you. You were always his favourite.
I often wonder what life could have been if he had brought you to court instead.
I'm making small talk, why?
It was right that I was raised at Old Town.
You were 8 years of age and motherless. It must have been difficult.
You get on with it, don't you? When there isn't any choice.
Okay.
My son Daron. What's he like?
Does he not write to you?
Less and less these days.
10 and 6 now.
16.
Letters perhaps hold less of his interest.
Someone explain why is Darren not with them?
He's stalwart.
What?
As adept with his lute as he is with his sword. And a feature in the fancies of many a young lady, I'll wager.
Oh.
He's kind.
Get him far away from this place, that's for sure.
Kindness is a quality I found lacking in his brothers.
You did well to send him to Ward.
Ah.
Yes, it seems the Red Keep may, in fact, be a less than salubrious environment for the forming of young men.
You know, the wording was insane, but I understood that.
I shall pray to the warrior for your safe return.
And I shall pray to no one for your safe return. So they're heading to Harrenhal, right? Hi, darling.
This one stopped singing.
I thought we might light a candle for Egon and all our lost souls.
I'm gonna need more than one candle. What does she mean by that? This one stopped singing. Cricket, right? That was?
You, where'd you get that food? We're near ships. Ships? They came ashore in the middle of the night with gifts from the Queen. She thinks of us even now.
Nice, my friend. Look at that. Like, look at the city and how much they have to feed.
Your Graces, we must leave. Now.
Well, why would you take them out when the city is actually, like, getting...
Get the Queens to the wheelhouse!
Angsty. I think they'd be safer here, right? Or no? Never mind. I don't know.
There's the Queen of Fishes!
Oh! They're the worst Kingsguard ever.
No! No! Sheathe your swords! Sheathe your swords!
Oh my god!
Go, Helena, go! Out of my way! Out of my way!
Okay, she did protect Helena there. I felt for her.
My Queen's this way!
Gosh, Helena, anytime she steps out, they are like... Oh, look at the symbolism there. She got cut there where she cut Rhaenyra, and it's cut you back. It's come back to haunt you, babes. Okay, I think that's one part of the war secured, I feel. But still, I don't... Is it enough, really? It's the fact that, you know, it's not the fire, but the armor that's, like, melted into the skin.
The Grand Maester instructed me to.
The king will be most eager for his draft in an hour. The drink takes the pain away, but it dulls your mind.
Oh.
Don't take heart, Your Grace. You've already written yourself into legend.
He needs to still control. He needs someone to control.
People will pity you, either behind your back or in your presence.
Jeez, he's such a great actor.
And they will underestimate you.
Speaking from experience.
And this will be your advantage.
Learn to live through the pain. Is that your lesson? Gosh, I feel bad for him weirdly. Viserys? Who is it you're crying over? Emma? Don't tell me you've come back just to play a dead person, babe.
Brother.
Oh, yeah.
David, she's gone.
How he had to have comforted him then when it was actually reality.
I'm sorry.
Ah, regrets.
I'm in now.
He's accepting it now. He's not running away from it.
Your Grace. Sorrowful news from Riverrun, my king. Lord Grover is dead.
Oh, great.
Riverrun's maesters have been at their wits' end. Our own healer, Alice Rivers, volunteered her renowned skills. She plied her craft, but there was not more to be done.
Oh, I see. She's speeding up the process there. Are you happy or are you just crying because you had that dream? What is it? I can't tell anymore. Why can't they ride these dragons? The sea smoke. Did it just look at him? Whoa! 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 I'm sorry. Oh! Is he the new rider? Maybe Lenor is dead. No, I think you're the new rider. Oh. Good grief. Tell me you've not broken anything. Ah! Fucking hell! No, I think that's a good thing. So Adam!
I think you are tired.
My own son questions my capabilities. He thinks I need Damon at my side. And Damon himself.
He has ever done what suits Damon.
It's Zemon. Accent is going. What is this?
I fear he may have turned against me.
It is more his way to disappear.
In either case, I've lost him.
Yes.
And even if we somehow prevailed, how will I rule a kingdom when my own son doubts me?
You have me?
Hmm?
You have my thanks. Truly.
Yeah, she's been an asset.
It was my father.
Whoa.
He had his pleasure with me.
Jeez.
It became evident that his seed had taken root. There is a scar here as well.
There is a scar here as well.
Cannot bear children.
Oh.
The world is cold and cruel, and there are few in it who are steadfast. You, I think, are steadfast.
Wow.
You have seen me as worthy, as an equal even. Because of that, I will serve you.
I think she's like the Missandei. Oh. I believe she's like the Missandei for her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where's this going? Where's this going? Well, you do realize you have one thing in common, which is David. Maybe not the Missandei to Daenerys. Oh, wow. Not gonna lie. Oh! Kinda.
Your Grace, the dragon Sea Smoke has been sighted flying over Spicetown.
Yes, he does that.
From what we have heard, he has a rider.
Who?
Impossible to tell from the ground. Shall I summon your council?
Yeah, it's Adam of Hull. Yes, babe. It's about time we see you riding this dragon. Let's go, darling. Sorry, I just wanted to see her fly. Woo! Let's go! Yes, Cyrax! Okay, so in the trailer she meets Sea Smoke and it's actually Adam of Hull. Got it. Got it. Yes, I like it. All right, that was episode 6 of season 2 for House of the Dragon. So much better. I really enjoyed this episode. I think it really had a good pacing and very much easier to follow. Like the previous episode, I was like, what is going on? And someone actually did mention in the comments, I forgot to address that at the start of the episode, that Damon didn't realize when he was having that little with his mother, Alysanne, he didn't even know that it was his mother until she said it herself. So, okay, fine, I guess, but still, it's not like what he has with Rhaenyra is any great, but still, like, shit, this took to a new level. But anyway, sorry, I forgot to mention that. I don't know why that came to my mind, but this episode was so good. I think I enjoyed this a little bit more. And specifically the whole sea smoke thing. I think it was a great way to start off with sea smoke, see a lot more of the dragon, and get a rider on it. And it makes so much sense. I mean, I'm pretty sure Rhaenyra had no idea about the hulls, like Adam of Hull or Alan of Hull. So like it makes so much sense that, you know, it has a rider. And well, she said, I don't see how it could be anyone else other than the Greens. I mean, you saw what Sea Smoke did to Stefan Darklyn. He literally, like, there is no way. And it's almost like as if he knew, Sea Smoke, that there is another rider waiting for me. When we saw the whole scene with the dragon, right, they were singing, I genuinely thought, because of the song, that it was Vermithor. And sorry, but it did look like Vermithor. Maybe I did, in that moment of time, I didn't think, oh yeah, it's not that's big enough to be Vermithor, but it did look like it in that start. And the song didn't really, it wasn't very different, because I remember Damon doing the same thing for Vermithor. So that's the first thing that came to my mind, but I didn't realize it was Sea Smoke, because I didn't see the white in the dragon. But the one good thing about that was Adam of Hull is now the rider. But I don't know how he figured it out that he is like to ride this dragon. That's a great way of, I guess, a bond between rider and dragon. I think that's exactly what the dragon was trying to insinuate, like, you are my rider, I've chosen you. But at the same time, so sad, because Laenor, that just means Laenor is dead. Like, oh, it's so sad. Like, I genuinely, yeah, I would have loved to have seen him reappear. I would have loved to have seen him be the one to have been on Sea Smoke. I know in story-wise it won't make any sense, but at least in a way where we get to see the actor come back and play this role that he really very much put like a very good stamp on it, because he did such a great job. And yeah, it's so sad that who's Varl? No, why did I say Varl? Don't know why I said Varl. That Laenor is like is sort of the it's passed on, and now Sea Smoke is like taken over and be like, yeah, you can be my rider. The other thing is this entire Mysaria and the Rhaenyra situation. I literally was like, oh yeah, she's the Missandei to Daenerys. Oh, I did not think one bit that it was going that direction. But hey, I'm not gonna lie. Forgive me, but that great. I don't see any problem with it. Why? I don't know. Yes, it can be a conflict of interest. Like, yeah, it's been done before, maybe. I don't know. But normally you'll see kind of like such advisors to be men mostly, but it's a different take. I kind of digged it, like in the sense that Rhaenyra needed someone, and she's been kind of like the trusted counsel that's helped her through that tough time, specifically coming through with the plan of the, you know, the food. And yes, even though they are the reason for the blockade, but then, you know, they kind of like sent that food out to King's Landing and spread that name out there, and did that full Diana bit with Elinda and with Sylvie, like all that. Like, I understand, like, it's not, of course, if they would have removed the blockade, yes, but I think they've got the bigger picture at hand that, you know, they need to win the war. And unfortunately, the small folk are always the ones that pay the price for it. Interesting that Mysaria never really pointed that out, that saying that, you know, the small folk and the realm are what you ought to worry about more, even though you have an entire battle to fight with your family. because they are the ones that you need to take heed of once you do get the throne. Like, the throne is pointless unless you take care of the realm. And that's exactly what Aemon doesn't realize. Like, Aemon is still a kind of like a boy in that, because he's like, oh, why should I care? Like, well, because that's the burden of the crown. You have subjects that you need to take care of, and they are part of it. So still a lot of learning to do for Aemon. But in terms of, I guess, like, you know, the one-handed single jobs that he does, he's great at it. But then, yeah. And then I really felt bad for Aegon, not gonna lie. He, like, you know, that entire armor being melted into the skin, that's exactly the reason why he's not able to, like, move anything, and he's, like, lost movement. And, you know, that entire him trying to... It's very interesting to see that we see Aegon, who is, you know, the prized possession when he was born. That very Aegon is now on his, like, it looks like on his deathbed, like, kind of, you know, re-mirroring Viserys when he was about to die. And now we see Viserys in this, even though it's just, like, you know, a ghost, but he's in full form, very healthy. And it's, I don't know, like, it's like kind of like a dig at the fact that he's not fit to be king, even in like just this episode. And yeah, and even though he might have that little ball to say that, you know, Aemon is acting as regent, you could say, for Aegon on Aegon's behest, it's just still the fact that, remember that I can easily take you down again. And yeah, I kind of felt bad for him. Like, and the comments sometimes do really point out, and I do agree that, you know, Aegon never wanted this. I agree that he's done shitty things, 100%. I'm not excusing that. But I do feel to a certain extent that all these choices and everything that he's done from there on out was to maybe, I don't know, he really wanted to be a part of it and learn, or maybe try and make a difference, but it didn't work out the way it did. And he never wanted to be king. I remember that. I do know that. It's just that, like, you know, you have Aegon and then you have, like, Aemon. Like, there's two separate characters, but they're from the same family. And I think I also agree with what Gwaine said, Hightower, about Daeron being far away in, you know, in Highgarden. Was it Highgarden? Did they say? I think Highgarden. Old Town. What am I saying? Old Town. And you know, he's kind. He's different from his brothers. And still, you have Helena, who's also kind, different from her siblings. But then, you know, she's having to bear the harsh reality of being in this King's Landing and being within the crown and area. So yeah, I mean, the Greens, like, the children are really, they've lost it. Like, I feel bad. And I really, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I admire Alicent in that one singular moment where she shielded Helena in that entire mob. And honestly, to me, they could have stayed inside the room that they were in and not come out. I feel like you would have had a better chance of taking care of them than you being on the streets where the mobs are and they're trying to kill you because they see the color green and they hate it. They just want to throw shit at it. So they're the worst Kingsguard. You can see, like, if this was, like, say, Sir Barristan Selmy, he would have easily taken down anything and everyone. Maybe he would not have killed anyone, but he would have been more aware and he would have known how to take care with his Kingsguard. You can see, like, how badly the Kingsguard have been trained, because Kristen is the head of the Kingsguard, and he's not done his job. Even though he's Hand of the King, he's not done it, because he spent half his years bad-mouthing Rhaenyra for something that he should have long forgotten. And yeah, see, like, it shows, like, they're within their keep, like, they are not even able to protect their own. What are they going to do with the armies that are pledging for them? And once the war is done, what, like, you can't, it's so twisted. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to do. But yeah, hold on, let me reduce that. It's so bright. But anyway, that I think this episode was brilliant, and I feel bad for even Stefan Darklin. It's very unfortunate. Then it's very interesting also for Adam how he said like, and for me as always, I'm the one that's been cast out, like as always forgotten. He says that shit and then here you go, a dragon. Like, manifest, babes, you've got that. And then, well, after that, I want to know what Helena's thing was, like where she said, like, you know, the crickets, they've all of a sudden stopped singing. What is that about? Like, I want to know if there is any correlation to that. And then let me know about the dragon that's there in the Vale. What dragon? I don't know, I don't think, about that dragon. Do I? I don't know. No. Is it? No, it's not. I think we have Silverwing and Vermithor within Dragonstone, right? Yeah. No, can't be anything else. So I have no idea. Let me know. I might be wrong, but I have no idea though. And Rhaena and Joffrey and Aegon and Viserys, they will be heading to Pentos with Prince Reggio. I mean, Prince Reggio has invited them, so that's great. So that means Vale will keep up to the end of their bargain. Interesting. Let's see that. Then after that, then I appreciate Paddy Constantine coming back as Viserys and re-saying his lines that he did in the episodes. And you can see Daemon is going through a lot of guilt of he's always wanted his brother's approval. He's always, that kind of the thing. More than the crown, I feel like he just wanted his brother to look at him and say that, Daemon, I'm proud of you. And he held him up to the highest regard, and he was never there for him. And now those memories come flushing back, and all he can do is just say, you know, I'm sorry, don't go, like, you know, regret. Like, that's it's sad to see Daemon's side of things there. But I'm not gonna lie, I definitely want Daemon to be back. I'm tired of him being in Harrenhal. But we can see, I guess in the next episode might be a little game changer because we see Kristen and Gwen that like heading towards Harrenhal. So I don't know what the episode would look like with Daemon being there. But Aemon did say, like, you know, if my uncle did dare to face me, like, I will, when the time is ripe, I will come. I don't know what that means, but if that means that, look, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But because it's like only 2 more episodes post this, I'm not ready. But yeah, that's that. And then of course we have the Lannisters starting off. Can't be bothered. Making alliance with the Triarchy. Interesting. Then and Alicent, no more part of the Small Council. Oh, shock, horror. Well, I don't think I need to repeat myself, but honestly, did you really think that you would have any say, darling? You should have known better. The kind of people that you raised or possibly tried to, and what they have been doing, and how Otto are, and how the small councillors, and literally them trying to take down Rhaenyra, not because she's not fit for the crown or she's the usurper, but because she's also a woman, and they think you will be in the part of small council. They're allowing you to be there because you're the Queen Dowager, as they call you. That's it. You're nothing more than that to them. So you give everything you got, you've done your duty, you've sacrificed everything, as you say, but then was it worth it? I don't know, ask yourself. That's your own self-reflection, really. And that entire sword cutting, like what she did with Rhaenyra with the dagger, and it happened to be for Aemond and his eye, and, you know, like, and what Aemond is now, you know, the arrogance of his youthfulness is still, you know, it's still reaping in his face. You can see he's like in the position that he's always dreamt to be. But yeah, I like the subtle like nuances to back and forth from season 1. Like, I like it. I don't know if they really intended that to happen, but if it was, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed this episode very much. But Smallfolk, they deserve the best, honestly. They are common people who upstand the name of the crown. Like, see, Rhaenyra sent the gifts. Now look at the way they preach Rhaenyra's name. Like, these are the kind of people that you loyalty is kind of bought here and there, but you know, in time of like where there's people who are starving, families who are dying, you know, this is the best way I feel to really spread the word that Rhaenyra is the better queen. But let's see what happens in episode 7. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. But until then, stay safe, and I'll see you in episode 7 when that is next week. Yeah, next week. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care and bye.